And we're back for part 2. Right, yes, I was explaining about the glow sticks. Glow sticks, of course, made of plastic with, oh, actually, I don't even know why I did that before, because I got my own. From the first event I went to, because I didn't take my glow sticks with me. There you go. That's the Hello Project glow stick. So it's slightly bigger.
More
you hold it there, yeah. You hold it there and it's that big. My glow stick for equivalent size, bottom, top, a little bit bigger, a little bit fatter.
Put stick to stick.
Because mine's LED. Yeah, put that stick in front of my stick and you can see the difference in bore as well. The main difference is plastic, foam. I'm not going to do it with my head. Metal.
Very heavy metal.
Yeah, now, basically, because I was pushed behind him, I was a little bit pissed off at him. And I will admit I was very pissed off. Instead of, I normally hold my glow sticks like this. The strap is around my hand, so I don't lose it. Because when you're thrusting it, you really don't want it to fly out your hand, especially not if it's metal. And I have my hand like that, so if I do accidentally catch anything, I catch it with my hand, and that's it. But when I was standing behind him, I changed my grip to there and hold it above his head, waving it like that. If he jumped into it, yes.
There you go. You just kind of demonstrated.
He knew about it every time he jumped. Every time he jumped, he knew about it because my glow stick was just above his head. So he kept jumping into this small, sharp metal edge. Don't push me out of the way when you're at a concert.
So is that why there was blood on the floor?
Should have been. But yeah, you really, you know, I went there to have fun. I ended up being aggressive. I mean, being hit with this end, these are metal as well, at the top. But even the plastic bits are quite firm. I just don't like being bossed about.
If you try to take them into a concert in the UK, they'd be confiscated.
Yeah, if you walk down the street with them, they'd be counted as a dangerous weapon.
Probably, yeah.
But anyway, I enjoyed the concert anyway, despite him being a brat. I've actually hurt my hand quite a bit there, actually, doing that. Concert ended. Me and Ole went outside, went to try and find some food because we didn't have any dinner. All we had was breakfast. And we'd done 2 concerts since then, so we were absolutely exhausted and really, really hungry. We found an Italian cafe, which turns out is a chain, because as we were walking on later on we found another one as well. So I had a lasagna for 600 and something yen, which is quite nice. And he had something else, supposedly Italian, and I had a cup of coffee, which was very, very nice. I really needed a nice caffeine boost at that time, because we were going to be up all night, again, wandering the streets of another strange city. This time Osaka. Now, I'd seen an advert for a internet cafe, which we're a member of, after being stuck in Fukuoka, but ended up not finding it, again, what a surprise. But we did realise this, from Namba Station, JR Namba Station, it's underground, 1 floor underground. There's a big shopping arcade. Now we saw a bit of this called Namba Walk. We saw some of this when we were walking before. It turns out to be underneath one of the main streets. The main street is full of shops, by the way, but underneath the main street is 3 stories of shops underground as well, according to the map. We only saw one of them because we just walked along the main top level, but it's about a mile long. Trafford Centre, eat your heart out. It's like Trafford Centre, okay, maybe looks nice and posh, but it's got nothing on the amount of shops that this place had. And we were walking there at 10 at night, and everywhere was open. And then eventually we went up onto the street to see if the internet cafe was there. Turns out we walked down the wrong road in the end, but we couldn't be bothered. We knew we had to catch a train back to Shinosaka Station, because we were catching the first Shinkansen back to Tokyo. You might hear him snuffling a lot. And my throat's a bit screwed. And that was probably because I had a bit of a cold beforehand. Of course, lots of cheering and shouting when you got a sore throat probably isn't the best thing to do. Especially during one of the songs where the music just ends and the four girls, it's one of the new songs off the new album, and the four girls basically all listen out for your cheering. So there's lots of frenzied crazy people shouting at the top of their voice, including me, even though my voice is ruined. I'm still doing it anyway. It's just automatic. So yeah, that's not good for my voice. And so we eventually went back, got some food, got some more food. We went to McDonald's again because we that was dinner just before we went off down to find the internet cafe, and it was tea when we came back about 3/4 an hour later. And then we caught the train back to the other place, back to Osaka, to wait for the Shinkansen, and decided to hang around because the station was going to close within about 3/4 of an hour. So we thought we'd go off and try and find an internet cafe or something, but then in the end we gave up, and we found some stairs to sit on and eventually lie on and eventually sleep on as time goes by. And I think having a sore throat and a cold and lying on cold concrete stairs, asleep in a t-shirt, probably isn't the best thing to do. So I've probably got pneumonia now or something. I know the cold's definitely settled on my chest now, which ain't good. But I got myself, my friend Brian got me some vitamin C sweet things. Says have one of them every hour. It should help, and he's bought me some orange juice. He's a nice fella. So hopefully I'll be able to get better because I've got a concert again. I've got another 2 concerts in 3 days for the final for Smilage, so I've seen them again twice. The first show is the most important to me. Okay, the second show will be much more lively because it's the final, very, very final show of their tour, and they're being filmed for the DVD, which comes out in December. But the afternoon show, I've got ticket 38. I'm the 38th person through the door, so that should be front row, clinging onto the barrier for grim life. Or grim death, one or the other. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So that's why I'm going to make sure my glow sticks are in my pocket, and I get there, and I don't make any mistakes. I'm going to try and probably put my bag in the locker at the station, at Yokohama Station, probably, and just walk through the streets of Yokohama in a Sakyogawa t-shirt with a scarf around my neck and wristband on, glow sticks in hand, looking like a complete nut of pillock, just so I make sure that I get in and on the front row. The second show I've got much worse, late 100 and somethings I think, but I mean it'll do, it'll be great, I'll love it. I just hope they film the morning one. They've done it in the past. So yes, the morning came, we jumped on the train, shot off back to Tokyo, slept on the train, completely on the train, all the way to Shinagawa. I woke up in Shinagawa, which is the last, is it Shinagawa?
Yeah, Shinagawa's last one before Tokyo.
Yeah, last one before Tokyo, about 10 minutes away from Tokyo. We got woken up by the guard just as we set off from Osaka to check our tickets, but that was it. Then we weren't disturbed all the way until the end, which is fantastic. Apart from me waking up and coughing and hacking all the time. But yeah, apparently David, our friend who was meant to have left yesterday, his flight was delayed by 24 hours because of the typhoon they've had in Tokyo. It was about 16 degrees and sunny in Osaka, sorry Tokyo. Came back to rain. Sounds like it's raining again now. I know, that's the air conditioning started. But it was drizzling slightly this morning. And apparently, I was told yesterday that Tokyo's on earthquake alert as well, apparently. Apparently there's an earthquake predicted for either yesterday or today or something. Hasn't happened yet. If it wants to happen now, that'll be interesting. We'll catch it on camera. No, I'm not that good. Anyway, you don't want to see me die on camera. Not that it would. These houses stand up to it. They're built and they're made for it. Especially when there's a big double bed just here. Bunk bed here, which would just hold the roof up if it came down anyway. Because it's big and solid and made of wood. But anyway, enough talk about that. That's about it. I came home. I went to bed and I woke up at 1:30 in the afternoon. It's now 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Still feel like crap. Still going to carry on taking my vitamin tablets and stuff. And might go out tonight, but it's Halloween, and apparently the foreigners have got this thing they do on Halloween where they hang around on the Circle Line, which is the line that we're on, or the Yamanote line.
Well,
as it's actually called.
Last year the aforementioned Nichan did a famous protest where the cops had to go and remove people from the station. So who knows what will happen?
Yeah, because apparently the foreigners have a Halloween thing where they go around and they get drunk on the trains and hang around and scare all the locals like complete pillocks. I don't know why they've brought Western festivals over here. I mean, it makes no sense, especially Halloween. Halloween's a crap thing anyway. It's for children, for God's sake. It's just an excuse for children to go around and demand sweets off people with menaces. Threatening behaviour. Just lock them all up. But anyway, yeah, that's it. I'm gonna do very little tonight. Yesterday I managed to spend less than 3,000 yen again, even though I was somewhere else, literally miles and miles and miles away, because the train ticket was free. Today I'll spend a damn sight less than 3,000 yen, I think.
Well, you spent 1,500 yen for your ticket for small sunshine.
Yeah, I will do. Yeah, but it's a damn sight less than 3,000 yen. So I'm still keeping to my target, right? And on that, I'm going to tell you all, sayonara, tata, au revoir, goodbye, go home. See you later.